So the topic we are talking about today is balance scorecard. And many a times when I take this topic up, people get a bit confused that Sanjay, are you going to teach me a lot of mathematics? Or are we going to do a lot of calculation? Well, not really so. And in today's Sales Ki Pathshala, it's important for you to understand the core concept. What is a balanced scorecard and why do we need a balanced scorecard? So even if you understand these two concepts in today's program, we would say that today's program is successful. So just focus on this. And as you go forward, put all your questions in the chat box. We'll do this program for the first 30-35 minutes, and then we'll open up the chat box for question answers where you can then ask me your questions live. All right. So the first important thing to understand is that what is a balanced scorecard? When you are doing a business, when you're an entrepreneur, when you're doing business, or when you're a salesman, and I always say that salesman works like the CEO of a company, or salesman works like an entrepreneur. So when you're an entrepreneur, you have to look at 360-degree perspective of your business. It's like a human body. So just because of the fact that your sugar levels are good does not mean that you are not suffering from cancer. So every perspective of the human body has to be checked before you declare the human being as healthy. Similarly, every perspective of business has to be checked before one can declare their business healthy. And balanced scorecard is one such toolkit which helps you check 360-degree perspective of your business. Now, at the onset, I would like to ask you, how do you track your business metrics? How do you track your business metrics right now? Can you please go to the chat box and write down as to how do you track your business? Because I'm sure you are tracking your business by income or by net profit or what else? I would love to see in the chat box as to what are the parameters with which you judge your sales. Okay, so Tanveer there says sales and profit. Okay, so this is exactly why we talk about a balanced scorecard, because the way Tanveer wrote in the chat box that it is about sales and profit. But tell me something, Tanveer, that even if you're making great profit this month, but if your pipeline is not good and maybe 3 months down the line, you're not going to make profits, is it a good sign? So along with making profits, you also have to study pipeline, isn't it? So this is what I mean by looking at 360-degree perspective of your business. And to be able to understand as to what is 360-degree perspective of your business, you have to look at these 4 perspectives. And these are the 4 perspectives which balanced scorecard people came up with. So they said that if you want to look at business from a 360-degree macro view, then look with a magnifying lens into these 4 corners. And what are the 4 corners? First is finance. Second is customer. Third is processes. And fourth is learning and growth. And if you look at it, ladies and gentlemen, you'll understand the importance of this, because generally, most of us try to assess business success from various elements of finance. But all of you know that if your finance is good, if your profits are good, if your income is good, that does not give you any kind of guarantee that the income is going to be good for the rest of your life. So somewhere the depth of your customers, the satisfaction level of your customers, the loyalty of your customers, and how often are they coming back to you to purchase, that is also important, isn't it? So you see, everything is related. Your income will continue to be good if the loyalty factors of your customer is good. Your net revenues will continue to be high if the lifetime value that a customer gives to you is high. So you understand the importance there. Second perspective. Now let's look at the third perspective, processes. And what balanced scorecard says that even if your customer is very happy and even if your incomes are very good, But if your processes are not in place, then maybe today you're doing very good, but tomorrow you may not do good, because today if you're doing good because of 1, 2, 3, 4 people in your organization, then tomorrow you may not be able to do as well because maybe some of those people have left your organization. So process is the king, and it is the process which should rule the business, right? So that is the third perspective that we are talking about. And similarly, taking it forward, we have the fourth perspective, which is learning and development, learning and growth. So they always say that किसी को मछली पकड़ना सिखा दो तो जिंदगी भर वो मछली पकड़ के कमा सकता है, लेकिन किसी को मछली खरीद के दे दो तो शायद एक दो शाम वो जलसा करेगा और बाद में फिर से वही भुक्कड़ का भुक्कड़ हो जाएगा. So learning and growth, if you teach someone how to do business better, they are more long-term perspectives, right? So what Balanced Scorecard does, ladies and gentlemen, they take these four perspectives into consideration, and they try to, so they discuss with you as to how you could create a scorecard. Great. So can you quickly go on the chat box and write 4 for me? 4. So we discussed 4 parameters: finance, customer, processes, and learning and growth. All right, wonderful. Sanket Pawar, you're welcome. Tanveer, fantastic, good. So Sanket Pawar, I want to know what business you are into. That will be good help. Right, good. Rahul Bajaj, you are welcome. So now if you understood these 4 perspectives, let's look at perspective number 1, that is finance. Now, I'm just telling you about certain perspectives of finance. You may have some other perspectives, doesn't matter. I'm just discussing. Normally people treat revenue, expenses, return on investment, and net income. So normally I find that your business may be doing very well on all these fronts and yet be hollow from inside. So first perspective, finance, उसके अंतर्गत हम रेवेन्यू, एक्सपेंस, रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट और नेट इनकम, ये 4 चीजों को हम देखते हैं. ओके, नो रॉकेट साइंस देयर, आई एम श्योर ऑल ऑफ यू डू इट. लेकिन क्या इन चारों का सही होने से आपका बिजनेस रॉक सॉलिड है? क्या आपकी रेवेन्यू बहुत हाई है और आपका एक्सपेंस बहुत लो है और रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट आप पहुंच चुके हो, आपका नेट इनकम अच्छा है, मान लीजिए चारों पैरामीटर्स में यू आर डूइंग वेल, does it mean that your business is robust? No, it does not mean that your business is robust. ध्यान दीजिए लोगों, दोस्तों, कोडैक फोटो कंपनी, रात भर में उनकी बिजनेस बंद हो गई थी और यकीन मानिए उनका रेवेन्यू बहुत अच्छा था, उनका एक्सपेंस बहुत कंट्रोल में था, उनका आरओआई भी बहुत पॉजिटिव था, इवन देयर नेट इनकम वाज वेरी हाई. But because they didn't have a balanced scorecard, they did not understand the change in the public opinion. They didn't understand the evolving customer buying behavior as far as image management is concerned, and they were wiped out of the market. Fantastic. Perspective 1. Perspective 2. So when we are looking at customers as a perspective, we need to map these 3 things. Customer satisfaction index. So there has to be a mathematical formula in your business as to how you calculate your customer satisfaction index. Customer loyalty quotient. This is very important. And why we are using the word quotient? Because out of every 100 customers, how many customers are loyal? All right. And loyalty is very important because all of you know that the cost of servicing an existing customer is 90% less cheaper than cost of servicing a new customer. And the third perspective, more customer per customer, which all of you know, comes out of reference selling and cross-selling index. So all in all, अगर आप अपने बिजनेस में फाइनेंस के अलावा कस्टमर पर्सपेक्टिव को भी निहारते हैं तो कस्टमर पर्सपेक्टिव के अंदर इन 3 यार्डस्टिक को आपने नापना चाहिए. You must measure these 3 yardsticks. Okay, fantastic. Let me quickly go to the chat box and see if there's any question for me. Is there any question for me in the chat box? Okay, Sanket Pawar working for Exotel. All right, Sanket, you're welcome. So no question for me in the chat box. Getting down to perspective number 3. And perspective number 3 is process. And process के 3 मापदंड हैं, which is very important for you to understand. Number 1, what are the processes in your business which, with the help of which you create value for the customers. Second are the set of processes which helps you deliver value to the customer. And third are processes which helps you understand customer feedback and complaints. Now, these three headings, you can actually map 25 processes under them. So when I'm talking about process to create value, it could be your procurement process, it could be your quality process, it could be your manufacturing process, it could be your batch process, your quality circle, and so many such processes. When I'm talking of process to deliver value, it could be your quality testing, quality assurance, supply chain management process, and so many such processes as far as delivering value is concerned. And grievance handling, of course, is also a very unique process. तो perspective 3, which is process, उसके अंदर हम इन 3 process को नापेंगे. Why am I trying to say this is because you need a mathematical yardstick to measure the efficiency of each one of these processes. All right. And then quickly come to perspective number 4, which is learning and development and growth. And normally L&D is mapped under 3 parameters, primarily employee skills, right? तो आपकी जो टीम है उसके अंदर कोई स्किल का गैप है अगर, तो उसको आपको कंटिन्यूअसली अपग्रेड करना है so that your employee is able to perform well. Second is your employee satisfaction, because they say that if the skill is there and if the will is not there, yet you're not going to get performance. So for will, you need to have a great amount of internal customer satisfaction, which is your employee satisfaction, and employee satisfaction would come out of internal employee processes. And third is, of course, the strategy or the way forward. So all the learning and development that you do towards the way forward is what we are talking in perspective number 4. Fantastic. We are 13 minutes into the program and we have just discussed the 4 perspectives. Now I'm watching my eyes towards the chat box and I want to ask each one of you, do you have any question towards the 4 perspectives that we have just discussed? Either write a yes or write a no. Y for yes and N for no. All right. Sanket says he doesn't have any questions till now. Fantastic, Sanket. No questions. All right. Tanvir also doesn't have any question. What about others in the room, ladies and gentlemen? I just need a yes or no here so that I know how to move forward from here. So there is Suvid Vijay Fadnavis, Rahul Bajaj, Akash Saxena. Akash, please put your yes or no on the chat box. Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, Rahul. All right. So once we have done this, now what do we have to do? अभी तक हम क्या कर रहे थे दोस्तों? अभी तक हम समझने की कोशिश कर रहे थे कि बैलेंस स्कोरकार्ड किस चिड़िया का नाम है. तो बैलेंस स्कोरकार्ड के 4 पहलू हैं और उन चारों पहलू को आपने समझ लिया, फाइनेंस, कस्टमर, प्रोसेस एंड एम्प्लॉय और लर्निंग एंड डेवलपमेंट. अब इस चिड़िया को अप्लाई कैसे करते हैं? हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू मेक यूज ऑफ द बैलेंस स्कोरकार्ड इन योर बिजनेस? सो दोस्तों, स्टेप नंबर 1 है प्रिपेयर अ स्ट्रैटेजी मैप विद 4 पर्सपेक्टिव्स. तो सबसे पहले आपको एक स्ट्रैटेजी मैप बनानी पड़ेगी इन चारों पर्सपेक्टिव को लेते हुए. अब सुनने में बड़ा अजीब सा लग रहा है ना, स्ट्रैटेजी मैप कैसे बनेगी, कौन बनाएगा, कहां से चालू होंगे? डोंट वरी, मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल दिखाता हूं स्क्रीन पे. सो दिस इज अ स्ट्रैटेजी मैप, ओके, and this is a strategy map for some mobile network company in UK. So I just took this image from Google just to show you guys. So on the strategy map, top में लिखा है vision, and the vision of this particular company, जहां से हमने ये example लिया है, उसका vision था transforming society through the provision of ultra high speed mobile information service. Mission क्या था? Mission था number 1 to become the number 1 provider of ultra high speed mobile networks in UK. Okay, great. अब देखिए इन्होंने क्या किया है. इन्होंने उन चारों पर्सपेक्टिव, ये देखिए ये 4 पर्सपेक्टिव थे, फाइनेंशियल, कस्टमर, इंटरनल प्रोसेस एंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कैपेसिटी. जो हमने लर्निंग एंड डेवलपमेंट पढ़ा था उसको ये लोग ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कैपेसिटी कहते हैं. नो प्रॉब्लम. अब देखिए अंडर ईच ऑफ दोज पर्सपेक्टिव्स they have mentioned the top 3 pain areas. इसको हम मैनेजमेंट में OKR भी बोलते हैं और कुछ लोग KRA भी बोलते हैं. जो भी भाषा आप यूज करते हैं, no problem whether you are using OKRs or whether you are using key result areas, no problem. So for each of these 4 perspectives, define the 3, 4, 5 KRAs or OKRs. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन्होंने डिफाइन किया कि फाइनेंशियल जहां तक मुद्दा है, मेरा आई हैव टू इंक्रीज माय रेवेन्यू पर यूजर, आई हैव टू इंक्रीज माय प्रॉफिट एंड आई हैव टू डिक्रीज माय ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट. ये उनकी अपनी सोच है, अपनी एक्सपीरियंस है, अपनी समझदारी है और उनके प्रायोरिटी के हिसाब से उन्होंने ये 3 मुद्दों को सिलेक्ट किया है. सिमिलरली आप भी अपनी बिजनेस रन करते हैं एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो अराइव एट योर ओन प्रायोरिटीज. Similarly, under customer, they arrived at these 3 priorities: improve clarity of offering, improve market perception, and improve end user experience. And similarly, internal processes, they said improve offering selection, improve information services, and improve ease of use for end users. अब देखिए, ये मैपिंग करने के बाद 2 सवाल आपके दिमाग पे आ रहे होंगे. क्या सिर्फ 3 ही एलिमेंट ले सकते हैं? ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. इस एग्जांपल में उन्होंने फॉर ईच ऑफ दीज क्राइटेरिया दे हैव टेकन 3 एलिमेंट्स, बट ऐसा कोई जरूरी नहीं. आप 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 चाहे कितना ले सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. बट व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट इज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे यू शुड बी एबल टू लिंक ऑल द एलिमेंट्स विथ ईच अदर. अब देखिए, इंप्रूव इंफॉर्मेशन सर्विसेज will directly help in improving market perception, है ना. अब improving offering selection will also help in market perception, but it will also improve clarity of offering. तो देखिए, एक एक एलिमेंट का मल्टीपल इफेक्ट्स है और जब आप सारे एलिमेंट्स के सारे इफेक्ट्स को मैप कर लेते हैं तो इस मैप को बैलेंस्ड स्कोर कार्ड स्ट्रेटजी मैप कहा जाता है. ऑलराइट, पहली बार अगर सुना है तो थोड़ा तकलीफ लग रहा होगा दोस्तों, बट उसकी एसेंस को समझने की कोशिश कीजिए. यस और नो, डू यू अंडरस्टैंड द स्ट्रेटजी मैप दैट आई जस्ट एक्सप्लेन टू यू? क्या आप अपने अपने बिजनेस में इस तरह की एक स्ट्रेटजी मैप क्रिएट कर पाएंगे? ओके, राहुल सेज यस, संकेत सेज यस, तनवीर सेज यस. ओके, फैंटास्टिक, गुड. So now that if you are able to create your balanced scorecard strategy map, so अगला क्वेश्चन आपके दिमाग में होगा कि how do you create a business score? क्योंकि अभी तो मैप बना है, अब इस मैप को स्कोर कार्ड में कैसे कन्वर्ट करेंगे? डोंट वरी, हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? वी हैव टू असाइन वेट्स टू कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ ईच पर्सपेक्टिव. ओके, असाइन वेट्स. और आपने सिंपल मैथमेटिक्स स्टैटिस्टिक्स में पढ़ा होगा कि वेट कैसे असाइन किया जाता है. अगर मान लीजिए कि एक छोटा सा उदाहरण देता हूं दोस्तों, कि अगर मुझे यहां से एयरपोर्ट जाना है और एयरपोर्ट जाने के लिए मुझे 3 काम करना है. एक तो मुझे समय से तैयार होना है, दूसरा मेरी गाड़ी दुरुस्त चलनी चाहिए, रास्ते में पंचर नहीं होना चाहिए, और तीसरा मुझे रास्ते में कोई दूसरी रुकावट नहीं मिलनी चाहिए. राइट? तो अब मैंने 3 एलिमेंट्स निकाले कि अगर मुझे एयरपोर्ट पहुंचना है शाम को 4 बजे के पहले, तो मुझे इन 3 चीजों का ध्यान रखना है. अब इन 3 चीजों को मुझे वेट देना है. तो मैं बोलता हूं कि यार, समय से तैयार हो जाना सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है, तो आउट ऑफ 100 मैं समय से तैयार हो जाने को 50% वेट दूंगा. और मेरा गाड़ी माशाल्लाह अच्छी गाड़ी है, खराब होने के चांसेस कम है, तो इसको मैं थोड़ा कम वेट देता हूं, इसको मैं 10% वेट देता हूं. राइट? और किसी थर्ड एक्सटर्नल बाधा ना आ जाए, मुझे रोड पे कोई पुलिसमैन ना आ जाए या कोई एक्सटर्नल फोर्स ना आ जाए, उसको मैं 40% वेट देता हूं. तो देखिए, बन गया मेरा वेट असाइनमेंट. 50% फॉर मी टू बी गेटिंग ड्रेस्ड अप ऑन टाइम, 10% for my car not to spoil, and 40% for any external force not to stop me from reaching the airport on time. So this is how you assign the weights. Okay, good. I hope I have been able to explain this to you. Guys, are you enjoying today's program? If you're enjoying the program, just give me a boom on the chat box. Can you give me a boom on the chat box? Okay, boom. That means you're enjoying the program. Sanket, Rahul, Tanvir, fantastic, wonderful. I see a question there. Sanket Pawar has said, can I make this for my team? Yes, Sanket, of course, you can make it for your team. So, Sanket, it is important for you to understand that you can treat the team as a company and you become the CEO of that company, or you're actually the CEO of a company. Either way, you can create a balanced scorecard. But it's important that before you create a balanced scorecard, you must be the CEO of a function. So if you're the team leader, you can do it for your team. If you're the company leader, you can do it for your company. If you are handling 2-3 people, you can do it for those 2-3 people. If you are alone, well, you can treat yourself as a company and do it for yourself. All right, Sanket, I hope I have answered your question. Just put a yes in the chat box. Okay, fantastic, wonderful, great. Okay, cool. 22 minutes in the program and we are going to the last phase of today's program, that is how do you create a business scorecard. Okay, और देखिए बिजनेस स्कोर कार्ड बन जाने का ये बैटरी की तरह है, जैसे ये बैटरी दिखा रहा है कि 25% डिस्चार्ज हो गई है, इसी तरह आपका बिजनेस स्कोर कार्ड भी बताएगा कि आपका बिजनेस कितना डिस्चार्ज चल रहा है आज के डेट में. ऑलराइट, सो लेट्स मूव टू द प्रोसेस. What do I have to do? First, I have to assign weight to each perspective. Okay, so ये देखिए नीचे मैंने कैसे असाइन किया, फाइनेंस, कस्टमर, प्रोसेस एंड L&D. और यहाँ पे शायद मैंने कस्टमर, ऑरेंज कलर है, इसको मैंने बोला इसको 50% वेट देता हूँ, प्रोसेस को मैंने 25% वेट दे दिया, फाइनेंस को शायद मैंने 35% वेट दे दिया, और L&D को मैंने 15% वेट दिया, समथिंग लाइक दैट. So you can see on the pie chart that I have given weights to each perspective. Now here the question is that क्या ये स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला है, क्या आप सभी लोगों को इसी तरीके से वेट देना है? जी नहीं, दिस इज नॉट अ स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला. You have to understand the priorities of your business. You have to understand your business cycle and you have to take a decision that for your business, how important is finance, how important is customer, how important is process and L&D in that respect. So once you have assigned weight to each perspective, that is step one. I now go inside each perspective and I start assigning weights to each perspective elements. है ना? फिर से बताता हूं, पहले तो मैंने 4 पर्सपेक्टिव, फाइनेंस, कस्टमर, प्रोसेस और L&D को वेट्स असाइन किया. ठीक है, अब मैं फाइनेंस के अंदर घुसूंगा और फाइनेंस के अंदर मेरे पास ये 4 पैमाने हैं, रेवेन्यू, ROI, एक्सपेंस और नेट इनकम. अब मैं इन चारों को वेट असाइन करता हूं विद इन द फाइनेंस पर्सपेक्टिव. राइट, ओके. सिमिलरली आई गो टू कस्टमर पर्सपेक्टिव और मैंने ये 3 पर्सपेक्टिव लिया है, कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन इंडेक्स, MCPC, दैट इज मोर कस्टमर पर कस्टमर, एंड लॉयल्टी. आप और भी ज्यादा ले सकते हैं, कम भी ले सकते हैं, नो रूल लाइक दैट, एंड यू असाइन अ वेट. ठीक है, तो मैंने KRAs, जो कस्टमर पर्सपेक्टिव के KRAs थे, उनको वेट असाइन कर दिया. जैसे फाइनेंस पर्सपेक्टिव के KRAs थे, उसको वेट असाइन कर दिया. सिमिलरली प्रोसेस के जो KRA हैं, उनको भी वेट असाइन कर दिया. और L&D के जो KRAs हैं, उसको भी वेट असाइन कर दिया. दिस हेडिंग इज रॉन्ग, इट शुड नॉट बी प्रोसेस, इट शुड बी L&D. ओके, तो मैंने 2 तरह के वेट असाइन किए. एक मैक्रो लेवल पे किया 4 पर्सपेक्टिव को, फिर माइक्रो लेवल पे किया, हर पर्सपेक्टिव के अंदर गया और उस पर्सपेक्टिव के OKR या KRA को मैंने लिया, and I started giving a weight to each KRA or OKR of each element, and that's how I create a business scorecard. Now what happens there? Once you have created the weights of each perspective, so for example, और यहां पे मैं एक एग्जांपल लेता हूं कि अगर मैं आपको स्क्रीन शेयर करूं, व्हाइट बोर्ड पे लेके जाऊं और एग्जांपल लेता हूं कि सपोज आई गिव फाइनेंस 30% weightage, I give customer, let's say 50% weightage, I give process, let's say 20% or 30% weightage. Oh, that's too much. So, okay, 30%, then maybe customer, I give 40%. Okay, finance, I have to give less, so I give 20%. And then L&D, I give 10%. Okay, now this is the first level of perspective that I have chosen. अब फाइनेंस के अंदर तो अगर 100 है तो टोटल फाइनेंस में नंबर कितने हो गए? 20। अब फाइनेंस के अंदर आरओआई है, एक्सपेंस है, इनकम है, मान लीजिए, और मान लीजिए आरओआई को मैं 40% देता हूं, एक्सपेंस को मैं 30% देता हूं, और इनकम को 70 एंड 30, राइट? तो अब ये 40% कितने का होगा? 20 का होगा ना, क्योंकि फाइनेंस का वेट ही 20 है। तो चूंकि फाइनेंस का वेट 20 है और 20 का 40% आरओआई में जाएगा, तो आरओआई में मुझे 8 नंबर मिलेंगे। ठीक है, सिमिलरली एक्सपेंस 30 का 20 का 30, तो 6 नंबर मिलेंगे, और सिमिलरली यहां पे भी 6 नंबर मिलेंगे, है ना? तो ये हो गया आपका आइडियल वेट। ठीक है, अब एक्चुअली में दुनिया तो आइडियल नहीं होगी, तो व्हेन यू आर रनिंग योर बिजनेस, you will find that in ROI you should have got 8 number but you got 4 number, and in expense you should have got 6 number but you got 5 number, in income you should have got 6 number but you got 3 number. Okay, तो टोटल फाइनेंस के अंदर आपको मिलना चाहिए था 20, राइट? यहां मिलना चाहिए था 20, बट मिला कितना? 12। तो 20% के स्कोर में आपको 12 मिलेगा, यानी कि 12 out of 20. Similarly, you will calculate the KRAs of each and every element, each and every perspective, and then arrive at your business scorecard. Right? So that brings an end to what exactly is a balanced scorecard and how does it work. At this juncture, I would quickly go and allow you to unmute yourself. I'll allow you to start your video. So friends, for all those of you who have come for the first time today, let me educate you that Sales Ki Pathshala happens every Wednesday from 4 to 4:30 p.m. And then from 4:30 to 5 p.m., we take questions and answers live. And in every class, we take up a new aspect of sales and its management. So all those of you who have come for the first time, you're welcome. And thank you very much for coming up. I'm sure you have a lot of questions on this topic that we have done today. And this is the time for us to put your videos on. You can actually put your videos on now and put up your question. My colleague Charles has shared a feedback form with all of you in the chat box. Please download that feedback form and give your valuable feedback so that we keep on doing our Sales Ki Pathshala every week. We have been doing it without a single break for the last 4 years. And it's all because of great support from all of you. So that's Sanjay Singh signing off from the program. Thank you very much once again. And I now throw the house open for your questions and answers.